maybe we need to lighten this up a little bit and have the poet laureate give us her edition
I
of
wrote
what
a
happened.
poem about the history of the pigeon and the whole incident, right, in 1960. And it begins like this. And our spent birdies never lie. All flown pigeons end up in our pie. Each new year, they make us turn green. The evidence of Prohaska's things not seen. Birdie, birdie will break your neck. Prohaska, Prohaska, your game is a wreck. Suck the pigeon foot, and if its claws come out, the jury will hang you, the judge will shout, guilty, guilty, Johannes Prohaska, to the badminton garrets with your forked focaccia.
Wow, those are some strong words from the poet laureate there, and I think she speaks on behalf of all of the people of Tristan. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Prohaska?
I never heard of her. I never heard of any poet laureate that name I knew. So a poet laureate don't mean pigeon shit to me.
Well, do you have anything to say, Ronald? Because I do have a surprise guest who I think is going to lay all this to rest with some really important information. So would you like to add anything about what happened in these matches?
You listen to Prohaska, you think world upside down from real how it is. Of course he say he bring normal size shuttlecock to international championship. You expect him to say truth, really? You expect beloved Chilistan up and down mountains to float away like big funny dream? No, truth is his tiny shuttlecock, very hard to see. Only Czechman play trick like that. Also, it come too fast. I swing racket back and forth in search of shuttlecock. Without my strings, they find it. And across net, Prohaska is complaining to referee I make wind with racket. He can so hardly stand up, it's so bad. He pretend to be blown this way and that like a hurricane. And he get referee to penalize Retnagor, me, for making wind. This is calling the rooster red, as we say in Chilistan. Though we know of this dirty trick only through books about Czech culture.
I want to say, when we played, there was no internet, no worldwide internet. Now internet come, people say bad things. When you say bad things about me, Janesek Prohaska, you say bad things about now Czech Republic. And that I have, because that is my mother country. I can, but people say on the blog, blog, they say, hey, you measured his testicles with the tape. Oh yeah, when it's code 3.4 in the Bamimush, yeah, you can, if in the back or on the line, you measure the testicle. Actually, the underwear, underneath the testicle, from side to side. And hey, that does not make, what I understood the referee to say, is it after he measured you, it was not long enough to give you the point.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Prohaska. I read the rule book to prepare for this interview, and I didn't see that in there. I don't know. I think you're making that up. But let me introduce very important guest tonight, Archie Hilago. He is now a retired letter carrier from the tiny island.
From one place in the world to the other. The meaning of the word and the interior meaning of the word in the external world, like with the stars.
Who has some really groundbreaking information about what happened, because he found a letter. Why don't you tell us about that letter, please?
I can't wait to hear.
My name is Archie Palago, and I don't speak, I just deliver the mail.
Excuse me?
I don't speak, I just deliver the mail.
You delivered the mail, but did you not send? You were here tonight because I received.
7 is the answer.
I received
7.
it. That's not what you're saying. A very detailed letter from you explaining that you weren't supposed to, but you often read letters. And you had a letter that was addressed to Mr. Rutnagor from Mr. Prohasek. And I think he may have written it in a drunken stupor one night because in it he admitted to some foul play, no pun intended.
That's the secret.
Justice.
He was using dead pigeons. I knew it. Focaccia.
Latin America. And then I wrote this little poem that was like a summary of all the letters that I didn't read.
Yes.
And it's called Our Garden. I look like corn, but I'm just a weed. And I rise up above the flowers. She makes the world this way.
I've never heard of the intellectual concept of cultural relativism because where I come from, we believe in the ecology and we recycle the pigeons. When they die, they become the shuttlecock birdie pigeon that we know. In Chilistan, what do you call that? Your mother?
Yeah.
You know, take us back to those days.
The old days, let me tell you. Frost got with an accident. It hit me many times in sensitive place with tiny shuttlecock. I know he aimed there on purpose. After tragic loss, my wife looked at me at night before making love and say, "What happened to your magic scepter? It's all black and blue." And truth is, it hurt like the devil just looking at it. But that is water over the bride, as we say in Chilistan, based on sad occasion many years ago when tidal waves strike church on South Coast in the middle of wedding and take bride out to sea, which ruined beautiful ceremony. Now, all is fine with me down there, and yes, I forgive my malignant Czech devil.
Milwaukee.
I wanted to say